What's going on, people? We're gonna get into a reaction and opinions on a video that we brought up, and we wanted to see a congressperson discussing topics about the border and fentanyl. These things are, again, problems that are going on in America that everybody be worried about. All across the lines, every person. But that's the thing. He hits these points. I'm not a supporter of him, but his message does speak loud and clear. And I think anybody that says this out loud should be put out and mainstreamed. They should be, again, have their voice heard loud. Let's get into it.
An issue of public safety. And if I call this an invasion, sir, I'm not racist. I can assure you I'm not racist. What I can assure you is that I want to make sure that fentanyl doesn't indiscriminately kill any race, religion, color, or creed, because fentanyl doesn't care where you're from. Fentanyl doesn't care about race. Fentanyl kills indiscriminately. This gentleman right here works his tail off every single day to stop that from happening. Now, there's been a break in the dam, and that's pretty obvious, because a couple of years ago, of course, we had some problems, but it wasn't amplified to the level that we are seeing every single day. And the reason why we have to be careful with what we call and what we deem racist moving forward in the future is because we start to lose focus on what the actual problem is. This administration, the Democrat Party, unfortunately, uses race as a scapegoat for everything. And as somebody that wants to make sure that we do attack racist issues when they do occur, we can't be the boy who cried wolf and blame racism all the time. I am here to hold this administration accountable to understand that there are issues of race that need to be addressed. And sir, this ain't one of them.
Getting to the point, that's, again, a lot of things he's saying there. Fentanyl is it doesn't have nothing to do with anybody's appearance at all. It's literally something that every human being that lives in America should say, hey, we need to stop this. But again, the people that he's talking to have a problem with using the race card, using certain phrases to take people out of the conversation that needs to be had. So how can we deal with this topic if no one's really wanting to address it? They just want to throw out catchphrases, run narratives, slander, crush people for their own personal pride. I don't see it helping. So let's get going. Let's finish this up.
I applaud some of your actions in El Paso. It sounds like you're doing some great things. But I'm going to tell you, as being born and raised in Texas, living in Houston, we have a problem, and this problem has precipitated over the course of the past 2 years. That is a fact. I get working together. I get reaching across the aisle. But this morning, I can't believe that we had a 1-hour debate over whether or not we should sing the Pledge of Allegiance before we convene every day. 1 hour. That, to me, is antithetical to the point of this meeting today. I implore you all to be careful with using race because your son's no longer here. And I'm sorry. There's 100,000 sons and daughters that are no longer here because of fentanyl last year.
To get to the point, that's, he went straight to it. I'd say he's pretty harsh, but I think nowadays people need a harsh reality. Again, we, think about Fentanyl is a very dangerous substance. Put it on a door handle. There's all kinds of stuff. Just a little bit can screw up a person. So, in the southern border, like you brought up, Texas, things like that need to be protected. Again, every country has border security besides America. And people can say, oh, we got people that, what, to wave everybody in? It's not that simple. Again, not about party. I care less about Republican or Democrat, the anti government people, or any of these groups that run around. To me, I feel that most Americans want to have a border that is safe and secure, and people can come in through the right channels, meaning they are vetted, processed in certain things. We're not going to get it perfect, but the way 2 years have been for most Americans, they've watched a decay of the border and they've seen nothing but misery for it. The House administration, the Democrat Party, how can they speak of something that is so great but so horrifying to a lot of Americans? It gets sickening to hear people come out and speak all glories and everything. At the end of the day, they're pathetic words. I mean, because none of them have backbone. You put a real person that cares about humanity or cares about human beings, every one of them, in Congress, you'd see a different tune playing because it wouldn't be the same fiddle that the Washington bureaucrats play and all these partisan pundits want to scream about. And that goes on all sides of the aisle. Like I said, I think guy spoke out and he hit messages that he meant. He wants to protect everybody. Don't know if his party, the Republicans, are going to do that or not. We'll have to wait and see. Again, I have little faith in either party, any of the parties, Republican, Democrat, pardon me, Libertarian, the Socialist Party, Communist Party, all these parties. I mean, there's all kinds of groups. If you look it up, you can see there are several. There's only two mainstream, but there are several, couple dozen small parties that float around the country. Again, it depends. Are people going to actually step up and actually say, hey, we're going to do this, the goodness of humanity, and actually protect children, women, elderly? Are we going to let fentanyl come through the border and devour the entire nation as they feel? That's the problem at Washington the bureaucrats have. Yeah, he's sitting up there, but at least he said something about it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think at the bottom, and we'll catch you guys in the next show.